Hi! So all homeschool moms love curriculum, except at the end of the year when you're almost done with it. And then you're ready to put it up and you want to get out next year's curriculum. Yay! Right? I am kind of there right now, and I think my kids are too, but we're not done yet, so we're going to continue on. So how do you pick curriculum when you're going to homeschool year round? So it isn't really any different than when you homeschool following a September through May schedule. It really isn't any different. But there's a few things I wanted to share that I think are important to remember as homeschool moms, and I felt like this was a really good time to do it. So the biggest thing is, like I said, there's not really anything different for picking curriculum for year-round homeschooling schedule. But something to keep in mind is when you order, number one, textbooks. If you use textbooks in your homeschool, typically you only need one course per subject. Don't go ordering 2 sciences, 3 maths, like one. Pick one because you never know what's going to happen throughout the year, if that particular curriculum is going to work for you or not, and you don't want to be stuck with something you can't use or don't want to use or don't need. So just pick one curriculum per subject at the beginning of the year, and you can always order more later. Always. And so that's the biggest thing, is just one curriculum per subject. Something to keep in mind is how your kids learn will greatly dictate what type of curriculum you're going to use. If you have children that are very visual, like my children do really well with engaging online courses. So because of that, we use a lot of online courses for our homeschool, especially now that they're in high school and they're very independent with their schoolwork. Online courses are also a great option for teaching subjects you don't love. I am not a mathematician, and that was the first online CD-ROM, actually is how it was the first time, a CD-ROM course that we used in our homeschool, was because I am not a mathematician, and I knew that I was not going to be able to teach my children what I knew they needed to learn, so I handed it off to the experts. And so if you find yourself with a subject that you just don't feel confident teaching, there is someone out there who is. And it does not make you any less of a homeschool mom to say, I need someone else to teach this. You are still an amazing homeschool mom. Just say, this is one thing that I want you to be better at than I am, and give them the tools to make that happen. Ebooks are frugal options for those of you who are wondering what types of curriculum, may work for you. Ebooks, a lot of publishers actually offer them now because it's cheaper for them. They don't have to pay shipping costs to send you curriculum, and you can save money doing that way. One thing that I have found that makes ebooks even more frugal is making sure that you only print like the worksheets or the activity pages that they need. So don't print the rest of the curriculum. Leave that in and let your kids use it on a Kindle or a computer or a iPad, and only print the pages that they are going to need to write on. And that will save you a lot of ink and paper. Remember that a curriculum is a tool. Don't be married to it. Don't be, I have to do this, follow every single instruction and do it exactly the way it's written. No, you don't. It is a tool. Use the parts that work for you and forget the ones that don't. Try it out. If that's, that activity section doesn't work, don't be married to it. Let it go. And it's totally fine. For year-round homeschooling, one option that does work really well is those of you who are unit study or Delight-directed / child-led homeschoolers. Those work really, really well for year-round homeschooling because unit studies can be done on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis, or however long you like to stretch, however many rabbit trails you follow on your unit study adventure. You can make those work, and they work really well with a year-round homeschooling schedule. So don't worry so much about how to pick curriculum. Just get out there and find some amazing resources for you and your kids to enjoy.